Good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to today's edition of NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this Tuesday, the 13th day of October in the year of our Lord 2020. Today's story comes from TPN and from the once great city of Chicago. Chicago mayor explodes at reporter for asking a very logical question, and that was, if there are no consequences, did that encourage the latest looting? With her all but encouraging the rioters to have at it, that is a very great question that the Liberals need to have asked of them, but it seems that Mayor Lightfoot, who looks like a zombie to me, didn't like it. This one was written by an Emmanuel and deserves some time here, folks. As reported by Stephen Allege, Mayor Lori Lightfoot got very angry when a reporter dared ask her if failing to prosecute any of the 200 rioters who were previously arrested led to the latest round of looting. I find that to be a great question. People will commit crimes if there are no consequences for their actions, but the mayor blew up at the reporter over the question. During the presser, Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown suggested that the looters were not expecting any consequences because the Jussie Smollett non-prosecutor Kim Fox has already dropped charges against over 200 rioters. That caused the reporter to ask if the lack of consequences that were around led to the looting. It almost sounds as though, and this is a quote, it almost sounds as though you were saying the reason we have this is the courts and the prosecutors were not doing their job, that they were going too easy on the looters from the last time around. Is that my understanding? Unquote. Brown responded, quote, don't take it from me, just go about what's been done. I don't want to do your job for you, but go about what's been done. There were no consequences for people arrested, unquote. Now that elicited a response by failed Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Quote, let's be clear. Don't bait us, okay? Do not bait us. Do not bait us. This is a serious situation. People are concerned about their safety. Officers are concerned about their safety. So don't bait us. Why? What we're saying is, as a result of what happened last night, there have to be consequences. We've got teams of people that are aggressively out there identifying the people responsible, looking at the plates, and working on bringing them to justice. But when we do, and we do make those arrests, our expectation is that is going to be treated with the level of seriousness that it should be, period. Don't try to bait us, mischaracterize, pit one against the other. We're not playing that. We're in a serious situation here, and we need a serious response. That's what we're saying, period, unquote. And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. In May in Chicago, our so-called self-proclaimed high and mighty Mayor Lori Lightfoot got pissed off at a reporter for asking a very, very, very logical question here, folks, as all liberals do when caught with their pants down and get questioned on their policies that definitely are not working. And I'm sorry for that horrible thought of things. Law enforcement, my friends, has always been a deterrent to crime. Like, you do a crime and you get punished for it. But with Mayor Lightfoot and all the other mayors and governors in this nation who will not prosecute evildoers and just set them free are now feeling the consequences of their policies. But they still can't see what is causing it. You cannot set a criminal free after doing a criminal act without even a slap on the wrist, because if you do that, you are telling them to continue doing what they are doing, because nothing bad will happen to anyone but the ones you are doing these things to. We have seen this kind of behavior all throughout human history, folks. Bad guys and girls who get away with the things they do will get cocky and decide if nothing bad will happen to them, then they might as well continue doing what they are doing and get worse. Lori Lightfoot, the self-glorified mayor of Chicago, has the nerve to get mad at a reporter for asking a very simple and logical question. Hell, even me, a regular citizen who has never held a political office, though I am seriously thinking about it now, knows that if you don't punish people who break the laws are not only going to be broken, but the intensity of the breakage will increase and get worse. That is what we have seen over the last summer here, folks. Antifa and Black Lives Matter terrorist groups have run around this nation like terrorist criminals, not in the conservative Republican-held cities, but in the liberal-held cities, and broken laws, rioted, burned and looted businesses and people, and even killed people, and they are getting worse. They are getting into town hall meetings now and telling city councils that if they don't get their way, all hell is going to break loose. And I hate to tell Lori Lightfoot and Ted Wheeler and other liberal idiots out there that if they wish their cities to stop burning and stop and being murder capitals of the nation, then the best way to stop this mayhem is either stop being liberal and allowing this crap to continue, and for God's sake start following the laws. And if your prosecutors don't do their jobs, then for crying outside here, fire their asses. Because if you don't start doing something, your ugly faces will be in the news one last time as you get fired from your cushy jobs. The people are freaking fed up, and you don't want to make people mad, because eventually they will rise up and drop your asses. And this warning goes out to all the liberals out here. Follow the laws on the books, follow the Constitution, and enforce the laws, or we, the people, will fire you, period. You have your cushy jobs there not to rule over the people. As a matter of fact, you are merely nothing more than employees, and the people are your bosses. And we, your bosses, are tired of you explaining away your actions like they are the ones that are right, because they are not. Thank you all for watching, and as usual now, my next update will be tomorrow. And as a friend of mine used to always say, we will not be ruled, and we have to stop allowing this to be done, because that is what the left wants, to rule over us. This is Robert the Infidel, and I'll see you all again on tomorrow. Coming soon on Wednesdays, Nada with Mango will be starting back up. Stay tuned. Please keep in mind that NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold is brought to you through Conservative Nation Media, where America always wins. Have a blessed day.